We urge the management of Angel FM to be positively innovative and find an angelic name for the midday news. Taking counsel from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. All things are lawful. To Christine, the midday news defiles decency in journalism. We urge the management of Angel FM to be positively innovative and find an angelic name for the midday news. Taking counsel from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. All things are lawful, but not all things edify. American Standard Version. The management of Angel FM ought to appreciate the mission of angels. They bring good news, not orgasm news. Issues of national concern. Maiden press conference for this year, we justify the mandate of the GJA to address critical issues of national concern and not just those bordering on the media. We made reference to our broad watchdog mandate under Article 162, Clause 5 of the 1992 Constitution as the basis for justification. As the basis for such justification. Proceeding from that tangent, one critical national issue we wish to address today is the high cost of locally produced chocolate. As you can see, we've demonstrated some here. There has always been a clarion call on Ghanaian and other nationals resident in the country to consume made in Ghana products. There is also a good reason for renaming Valentine's Day as National Chocolate Day in Ghana and dedicating the month of February for chocolate consumption, the month of love. We are all expected to show love with chocolate to our dear ones on Chocolate Day. Is it not the case? Yeah. But the price of locally produced chocolate is too high and way beyond the pockets of the middle and lower classes of society. For instance, one bar of chocolate tree, one bar of golden tree, for instance, one bar of golden tree chocolate is sold at wholesale price for 25 Ghana cedis at the Cocoa Board shop in Accra. In other shops, the same bar of chocolate is sold at retail price for 30 Ghana cedis, while on the street it is sold for 40 Ghana cedis. How many Ghanaians can afford this with the current minimum wage of 18.15 pesos? They cannot afford this. But since their taste buds are active and they may crave for chocolate, the reasonable thing for them to do is to resort to foreign products at the detriment of our national economy. Why can't Ghana, the second leading cocoa producer in the world, produce chocolate at affordable prices for Ghanaians to enjoy the fruit of their labor and the gift from their maker? We urge the Cocoa Board and our very good friend and brother who is now leading the chart, Comrade and Senior Randy Abe, and Cocoa Processing Company to do something about this. Since we are still in the chocolate month, the month of love. Long live press freedom in Ghana. Long live GJA. Long live Ghana. Thank you for your kind attention. In our maiden press conference, we also addressed the barbaric attack on Ohimi Teria of the Multimedia Group Limited by a mob of illegal small-scale miners operating in the Offense Shelter Belt Forest Reserve. Ohimi Teria, while leading a Joy News team to cover a police operation to clamp down on the activities of the illegal miners, was nearly killed by the mob. We also record how Erastus Asari Donko, another journalist of the Multimedia Group Limited, was brutally assaulted by small-scale miners last year. As we speak, 1 month after the attack on Ayemi Teria and 1 year after Erastus was brutally attacked, the police have not yet prosecuted the perpetrators to ensure justice for our injured colleagues. While grappling with the attack on Ayemi Teria as the first case of assault against journalists in 2025, the count became rapid when 6 journalists were assaulted within a space of 1 week in the month of February. 4 of the attacks occurred in Kumasi in the Ashanti region and 2 at Waliwali in the Northeast region. It is very sad to note that in the month of love, when people are demonstrating love to their dear ones with red gifts, our colleagues who were in the line of duty were made to see red blood as reward for serving Mother Ghana. It is also disheartening to note that just about 50 days into the second John Mahama administration, we have witnessed even 7 cases of assault against journalists. And I stress on that it is also disheartening to know that just about 50 days into the second John Mahama administration, we have witnessed 7 cases of assault against journalists. This is unprecedented. Colleagues, in the Kumasi incident, the 4 journalists were assaulted on February 11, 2025, while covering the election of the Ashanti region representative on the Council of State. The election took place at the Regional Coordinating Council, the office of the regional minister, Ashanti regional minister, who is also the chairman of the Regional Security Council, in short, RECSEC. Strangely, some thugs managed to invade the premises to disrupt the election process and viciously assault the 4 journalists. Colleagues, the GJA Ashanti region assisted the victim to go to hospital and report the matter to the police. Our intelligence suggests that the thugs and criminals who assaulted the journalists are supporters or sympathizers of the ruling National Democratic Congress, NDC. Unfortunately, no arrest or prosecution have been made. The mind-boggling question is, if RECSEC cannot provide security in its own backyard, how can it provide security elsewhere? This only sends worrying signals that Ghana is heading towards a state of anarchy. It appears there's no law and order, and there's no security in the country. That is most unfortunate. Colleagues, in the Waliwali's case, journalist Alasan Lukulugu of Asasi Radio and journalist Tahiru Ibrahim of ZA Multimedia were assaulted by military personnel while covering an incident involving the setting ablaze of a bus at Nelerigu Junction. The incident occurred in the presence of the police, but they neither protected the journalist nor arrested the perpetrators, as the police are mandated to do by law. We once again call on the Ghana Police Service, as promised by the IGP, to bring the perpetrators to face justice. We will not end there. We also call on the Military High Command to investigate this incident and sanction the wayward military personnel. The assault of the 2 journalists at Waliwali and other incidents of lawlessness and impunity across the country fortify our belief that Ghana is heading to a state of anarchy and people of good conscience must resist and halt that trend. We also intend to petition the military high command over the Wale Wale incident, since it involves a soldier. And we trust in the competences. We trust in the competence of General Thomas upon Pepper, the Chief of the Defense Staff, to do the needful to bring his boy to order.
Yes, you would get a translation, because I know someone just whispered, and the president has also clarified that. So there will be opportunity for you to get a translation on everything for your audience as well. Very, very important. Thank you very much. So we'll take questions at this time. You come up to the podium, you mention your name, your media house, and your question related to today's press conference.
Very often, issues of this nature happen, and all we hear is a press conference, declaration from GJA, yet the same thing happened again. What next, beyond what we are seeing today?
My question got to do with Erastus and Ohime's issue. Says, I want to find out what is GJA also doing about the incident, apart from the press conference and describing the whole incident as it is happening. Are we just ending there, or GJA is looking forward to doing something?
I remember some time ago, under the last government, there was a case sent to ECOWAS court and was adjudicated. The rulings was made, and then I heard some lawyers and government people saying the court of ECOWAS does not have any binding on them. So whatever ruling that happened there, they are not obliged to implement the decision taken by the court. How sure are we that when we take this case there, we will indeed get justice for our brothers? Thank you.